Hello everyone, my name is Dejanay Barrett. I am a student at Palm Beach State College. Today I will be doing discussion 5 and I am prompted with 4 questions. The first question is, based on your understanding of Herzberg's two-factor theory of job satisfaction, what types of incentives or employee programs are most likely to reduce job dissatisfaction? What types of incentives or employee programs are most likely to increase job satisfaction? All right, so based on my understanding of Herzberg's two-factor theory, I am going to bring out the notes here. So, Herzberg's two-factor theory, it consists of hygiene factors and motivator factors. For the hygiene factors, those consist of salary, wages, benefits, also quality of supervision, work conditions, work life, and balance. And for the motivator factor, we have sense of personal achievement, recognition, opportunity to grow, and promotions, of course. All right, so to dissect this question, what would reduce job dissatisfaction? I would say low salary, low wages, lack of benefits, or no benefits at all. I would say if the work condition is hostile, that would definitely, make people feel dissatisfied where they're placed at their job. It wouldn't be satisfying at all. If they felt like it created friction with their work-life balance, I'm sure that also would make the employee dissatisfied. And as far as a motivator factor, if there was lack of recognition, if there wasn't any opportunity to grow, they're like stuck in a position and they've been there for a long time, and or they're requesting a promotion or inquiring about opportunities to grow, and if those things are not addressed, or if they don't feel that they are fulfilled, then of course those two-factor theories would cause that person to not feel satisfied at that organization. All right, so what types of incentives or employee programs are most likely to increase job satisfaction? So everything opposite of that, what I was just discussing. So if the salary was great, if the wages are great, if the benefits are through the roof, of course that employee will be satisfied. If the supervisor is, a great person and they have a great relationship with that supervisor, that is also a part of the hygiene factor for Herzberg's two-factor theory. So those are things that would, create satisfaction, as well as work-life balance. So like if you're working for an organization and you feel like you're on the top of your game because you have the job, you feel your life is balanced and things are working in that person's favor or your favor, then of course those hygiene factors for Herzberg's two-factor theory would cause that person to be satisfied and want to stay at that organization, job, company, if you will. And then as far as motivator factor, things that would cause an employee to stay, of course, would be if the recognition is there, if the opportunity to grow is there, if you've been there for a year and then you've gotten promoted within 3 months or 6 months. That's something that would definitely give that person the green light to want to stay at that company, right? So that consists of the first question, my first prompted question. And for number 2, compare McClelland's acquired needs theory and its emphasis on needs being shaped by experience and cultural, I'm going to move the phone for a second, cultural background over time to Maslow's hierarchy of needs and ERG theory. Of these 3 theories, which do you think provides the most useful and realistic explanation for human development and motivation, and why? So what I am being prompted to do now is go over these 3 different theories. McClelland's is first. Who else? Maslow's is second, and then the ERG theory would be third. And then of these 3, I will be discussing which one is most useful or realistic, and then I'll explain why I believe that is the case. All right, so I'm gonna break it down. I'm also looking at my notes that I wrote down here just for a sneak peek. All right, so and this is just so I can keep my thoughts in order and stay on topic. All right, so so for this one, we're gonna go over McClelland's first. So with McClelland's acquired needs, it would be needs for achievement, need for affiliation, need for power. So with need for achievement, that could be like just a person wanting to excel, or like, say for example, they're at a company and they just want to make sure that there is a promotion or a benefit, or I guess a promotion, a benefit, or something where they can feel like they're being recognized, or there's a chance to excel in that given position. Okay, so also for the next one, need for affiliation. So that would be someone that, I guess, a person that would like to be liked, or a person that likes to be grouped in a sense of belonging. In a sense, I do see it as that. Need for power, of course, it says it in itself. I guess someone who acquires or likes control. Okay, so, and for Maslow's theory, it's more of actualization. I mean, I said it earlier, but now I'm struggling with it, but that's okay. You know what I mean. Esteem, love, belonging, safety, and psychological. All right, so I'm gonna break down self-actualization. There we go, I got it now. That's all this talking. All right, so we're gonna skip over me saying it again. I just said it, and then now I'm struggling with it again. But self-actualization, okay? So for this, it consists of morality, creativity, spontaneousness, problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. Esteem is the next one. So it's self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, and respect by others. Love, belonging, friendship, family, sexual intimacy. Safety, it consists of security, body, employment, resources, morality, family, health, and property. And for the psychological portion of it, it's breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, and exertion. Okay. All right. So for those are what that is all about. And for the third one that we're breaking down is the ERG, which is relatedness, needs, growth, needs, and existence. So for ERG, I just want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. The ERG theory is by the psychologist Clayton Adolfer. Okay, and I'm basing all of my information from knowledge of self and also knowledge of organizational, a skill building approach behavior. Okay, this is the book that I'm reading. I just want to show you guys too, if you ever want to get the book for your own knowledge as well. All right, so back to it. So that was the ERG theory. For me, my opinion on this, I would say I'm more for Maslow's because it's more in depth and there's more pillars to it. So it has more layers. I also believe ERG theory has its similarities to Maslow's for sure. It's just more vague in my opinion. It's definitely more vague and it doesn't give as much detail, but it's the context is still there. Like there's still similarities in the two, in my perspective. And McClelland's, I actually feel like there's some similarity there. But if I was to choose, honestly, I would choose Maslow's theory. And let me just make sure I'm answering this question fully. Of these three theories, which do you think provides the most useful? Yes. And like I said, I do believe Maslow's is the most useful and realistic. And I think it's important to know where you stand with those, because I think it's best for our development to have that balance in each layer of that. Okay. Assume you are a manager. Okay, let me just stop right there. So this is question number 3. The prompted question states, assume you are a manager of an auto dealership. All your salespeople, employees are achieving the goals they have set for themselves in terms of weekly car sales on the surface. This could seem to be a good thing. However, what could be the problem with this? I mean, if they're making the sales, I don't see a problem, but maybe they could be stressed. Hopefully, once they meet the mark, or once they're getting these sales and reaching their goals, that they're being recognized for it and appreciated, and also like create a space where it creates culture for each employee so they feel appreciated and they can also enjoy themselves, because it sounds like, you know, they're working hard. But I can't see anything past this question outside of that's great that they are making good sales, and the only problem I can see, because I don't see the information there, is that they should feel appreciated. There should be some type of balance there. It can't just be go, 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 sell, sell, sell. Okay. And then for my prompted question, this is the last one, number 4. To what extent are perceptions of procedural justice versus distributive justice a matter of perception? How could managers reduce inaccurate perceptions of workplace inequities? Okay, so this one's, you know, black and white for sure. So I'll answer this one. To what extent are perceptions of procedural justice versus distributive? Okay, so procedural justice, I would say for that one, it's definitely based on the circumstances. It could be bias in some regard. Distributive could be something that's all across the board and it's plain in sight, you know, and it's something that is more fair and leveled in a sense. And the question after that was, how could the manager reduce inaccurate perceptions of workplace inequities? In my honest opinion, I feel like managers can do that by creating transparency, letting the employees know what is what, creating a space for employees to ask questions if they felt slighted, or also create an open door policy, which is in other words, this is basically the same thing. I just think that there should be a level of transparency there. You want to make sure that your employees don't feel like there's any biases involved. But procedural justice, I mean, it is on a circumstance base. So, I mean, I would think that the company and its employees would understand that, as long as you are clear about that, as long as you don't hide it, and as long as you create that open door policy where your employee can ask questions. Therefore, there won't be any ambiguity, there won't be any confusion. It's just clear, plain in sight, and visible for them. And if they have any questions, as I mentioned, they would be able to answer them, or you would be able to answer it for them. You know what I mean? And then for distributive justice, of course, that's more transparent. I think it's more relational. Like, it'll create a situation where the whole group or organization is aware of these procedural, or these procedures, or procedures, and that therefore the perceptions wouldn't feel like the workplace is not equal or creating a space where there is inequity. So those are my thoughts on that. Yeah, those are my thoughts on that. So that is it for me today. If you would like to add me on YouTube or follow me on YouTube, I'm not sure what the lingo is there yet because I haven't really looked, but you can definitely follow me on LinkedIn or add me and connect with me on LinkedIn. I will be putting that in the description down below. Thank you for your time. If you've watched thus far, this is a great class and I'm happy to be here and express myself, you know, get into my thoughts and being able to get these prompted questions definitely help, you know, my thinking process and my critical thinking. So I'm very grateful for that. But yes, thank you for watching. Bye.